Good evening. My name is Lorenzo Brown, and it is my pleasure as principal of Matthew C. Perry High School to thank you for your physical and virtual presence this evening. I would like to welcome you to our commencement exercise for the class of 2020. It goes without saying that this is the most unique graduating class in recent memory. We're actually doing something different for this special class. We will have 2 ceremonies taped due to local and DODEA policies protecting the health and safety of all of our students and families. Both ceremonies might be a little bit different, but it is my hope that the spirit of graduating as a samurai will come shining through in each one. For those of you who wanted to attend and could not, it has been our desire to make this the very best experience for you and provide you a comfort level that makes you feel like you are right here in Iwakuni at this present moment. We will present to you the graduates of Matthew C. Perry High School, class of 2020. Thank you, and please enjoy the ceremony. Now for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, o'er Lord's bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet brave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Now you will hear a special message from the DODEA Director, Mr. Tom Brady.
Hello, my name is Tom Brady and I'm the Director of DODEA. Sincere congratulations to the graduates of the class of 2020. You have accomplished something remarkable. In the most unprecedented moment of time, you share with every other high school senior class around the world to be the first ever to graduate digitally and individually. I know you didn't ask for this distinction or for a global pandemic, but you were certainly more prepared than most. Your strength is your resilience. You have had your mom and dad deployed. You've moved and changed schools countless times. You meet and make friends wherever you go. And in many ways, these past months of social distancing and digital learning have just been another in a long series of challenges you have faced, adapted to, and overcome. I'm particularly thankful to you, your parents, your principals, their staff, your teachers, your communities, and your local commanders for doing such a wonderful job in organizing and contributing to your graduation ceremony that will be special, unique, memorable, and meaningful. Celebrate with your families. They were there for you to overcome every obstacle and meet every challenge. Always do your best, always be your best, help those in need, never settle for less than you deserve, be compassionate, be generous, be smart, and text and call your mothers often. Your future is bright. Best wishes.
Thank you for those words, Mr. Brady. Now you will hear a special message from the DODEA Pacific Director of Student Excellence, Ms. Lois Rapp.
Class of 2020, family members, staff, and distinguished guests, it's so nice to be able to join all of you virtually today as we celebrate the graduating class of 2020. Our graduates have overcome significant challenges in recent weeks. As I was thinking about this and the exceptional circumstances surrounding this year's virtual graduation celebration, some words from Mother Teresa came to mind. People are often unreasonable. Forgive them anyway. If you are kind, people may accuse you of ulterior motives. Be kind anyway. If you are honest, people may cheat you. Be honest anyway. If you find happiness, people may be jealous. Be happy anyway. The good you do today may be forgotten tomorrow. Do good anyway. Give the world the best you have, and it may never be enough. But give your best anyway. For you see, in the end, it is between you and your conscience. It was never between you and them anyway. Graduates, as you enter this next chapter in your lives, be forgiving, kind, honest, and happy. Do good and give your best effort. In life, there are so many things that we cannot control. We cannot control the environment. We can't control others or their actions. But we can control how we respond. COVID-19 has undoubtedly altered how you'd envisioned your senior year would end. But in the face of this pandemic, you have exemplified what it means to be resilient when facing adversity. At a time when we must distance ourselves from one another, you have found creative ways to come together virtually, to connect with and support one another. You, as a senior class, have a unique shared experience that will bind you for a lifetime. Class of 2020 will be remembered as the class that graduated amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. But this fact does not overshadow your accomplishment. You put in the work and you earned this moment. Let's celebrate it together. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Thank you, Ms. Rapp. Now you will hear a special message from our Pacific East District Superintendent, Dr. Judy Ellen.
Congratulations, class of 2020. Wow, who would have thought last August and September when we started school in a regular school building with regular schedules, face-to-face with our friends, our colleagues, our teachers, that we would end up in a virtual environment where we don't get to see our friends, only virtually. Our teachers are teaching with us through virtual means. But you know what? You have done a phenomenal job in staying the course, working hard to complete your studies, and to do everything that you needed to do to get you to this wonderful point in your life where you are about to embark on the next chapter of your lives. I'm not going to talk about COVID-19. We've heard a lot about that and how it's changed the world. I have but one message for you because this will stay with you all of your life. Find your passion. Find what drives you to be your best, to do your best, and to reach for it with everything you have. Go after your passions with the same energy and excitement as a dog chasing a tennis ball. Yes, a dog will do just about anything for a tennis ball. He'll run great distances, he'll overcome obstacles, he will show off all the tricks he knows, and when he finally has it in his possession, he will hold on to it as it is the ultimate reward. So choose a career path that allows you to pursue your passion. If you do, work will never be work. Know that it's okay to make a wrong turn or two along the way. You can correct a mistake, but not a lost opportunity. It's okay to feel angry and frustrated. You'll likely be thrown a few curveballs as you go after that tennis ball. Listen to those feelings. They tell you what matters. It's okay to try new things. Who knows? Maybe you'll find some new tennis balls along your journey. In everything you do, always remember where you came from and who you represent. I am so proud of each and every one of you, all 379 of you. Congratulations, class of 2020. E.J. King, Edgren, M.C. Perry, Yokota, Kinnick, and Zama High Schools, class of 2020, congratulations.
And now we will have a message from our principal of Matthew C. Perry High School, Mr. Lorenzo Brown.
Hello again. As the principal of Matthew C. Perry High School, it is an incredible honor for me to welcome you to our 2020 commencement ceremony. I would like to extend a virtual welcome to those who have not been previously recognized. Ms. Michelle Moore Robinson, Acting Community Superintendent, Dodea Pacific East. Mr. Dwayne Jefferson, Principal, Iwakuni Intermediate School. Mr. George Mann, Principal, Iwakuni Middle School. Ms. Carrie Weidler, Principal, MC Perry Elementary School. Ms. Mary Mullins, Assistant Principal, Iwakuni and MC Perry Elementary School. Mr. Michael Kerrigan, Iwakuni Schools Instructional Coach. Mr. Keith Carr, School Liaison Officer. And last but not least, to my family whose enduring support sustains me daily, especially the pride of my life, my adorable wife, Linda. A commencement is a beginning, but what a difference a year makes. Last year, there was no pandemic, and the day of graduation started with a seriously loud bang as power was out all over the base and threatened the graduation proceedings. This is my 32nd high school graduation at 5 different high schools in 3 different countries. But no 2 graduating classes has ever been the same. We're all here tonight, physically and virtually, because of a connection to one or more of these graduates. Exactly who are these graduates? This is the part of the program that I would normally do a composite of the graduating class. I want to do things a little differently for this ceremony. We have 45 seniors being recognized with diplomas tonight, which constitutes the largest graduating class in the history of Matthew C. Perry High School. I want to tell each one of you something. You can do it. I believe that your destiny is not defined by this pandemic and the terrible strain it has placed on your senior year. It has yet to be written and will be authored by you. What the pandemic is teaching you is that you are resilient, and as long as you possess and cultivate that trait, your future is endless. I love this time of the year. I have the privilege and honor to see social media postings of former students I taught or coached who graduate from college as doctors, lawyers, accountants, engineers, teachers, and many other professionals. Some move on to promotion as a lieutenant colonel in the Marine Corps, Army Command Sergeant Major of a post, captain of a U.S. Navy aircraft carrier, or a tech sergeant in the U.S. Air Force. There are others who become managers at the BX in Yokota. The one thing you share in common with these former students is that they attended a Dodea school and as a senior did not know for them what the future would hold. If you are in that position now, you're in good company. With that being said, I can't wait to see what happens next to you in the next 10 to 15 years. Samurai Strong. But before I close, I would like to say a special thank you to some very important people for their support of this graduation. Colonel Frederick Lewis, whom you honored as the guest speaker instead of a Perry teacher, which had been the tradition for many years. Ms. Patty Swiderski, senior sponsor, Ms. Renee Cobb, assistant principal, Ms. Sophia Nerudin Watley, school counselor, and the incomparable Mr. Kevin Rossiter. Each of you have been phenomenal in connecting everything and using your creative abilities to make this the best possible event for our seniors. Thank you.
This year's class salutatorian is Elena Hofbauer. She's graduating with a cumulative GPA of 4.19. Please welcome Elena to the stage for her salutatorian address.
Good evening, friends, family, teachers, and administration, and above all else, the class of 2020. It is my honor to welcome you all to bear witness to today's graduation as the class of 2020's salutatorian. This is normally where I thank you for the time and effort that it took for you to come here, but as can be seen by all of you who are watching this from computers and phones, comfortably on your bed, couch, or dining room table, many of you are not with us in body, but in spirit alone. So I will thank you then for your kindly support and encouragement that you have provided for us thus far. I know that all of you wish beyond all else that you could be here physically, and for that, we thank you. I know that this year has not been the most conventional of years, but I would like to congratulate you all on your diligence and focus to get to this point. Congratulations, we finally made it. This ceremony is both a celebration of all that we have accomplished and a challenge for us to strive to new heights. Throughout the past 4 years, we have had countless students achieve amazing feats in sports, academic Far East, and extracurricular activities that they have donated their time and efforts to. We have won banners for our school, had athletes cinch their spots on the All Far East teams, and have had numerous awards in academic Far East such as journalism and drama. None of this would have been possible without the countless hours that teachers, coaches, and administrative staff have put in order for us to achieve great things. We thank you all for your time and effort, and we hope that we have made you proud of the people that we have become. These past 4 years have not been easy for any of us, but I doubt that there is a person graduating here today who would not look back on all of the experiences that they have had fondly and appreciate the person that they have become. Author Brandon Sanderson wrote, "A journey will have pain and failure. It is not only the steps forward that we must accept, it is the stumbles, the trials, the knowledge that we will fail, that we will hurt those around us. But if we stop, if we accept the person who failed, then the journey ends. That failure becomes our destination." When I first became a freshman and walked through the halls, the teachers looked upon my friends and I, whispering and pointing, cooing, "Aw, look at how cute they are." We were short, doe-eyed, mouths agape, taped up glasses, braces, the whole stereotypical look. Whatever you can imagine, we had it in triplicate. We were taking all of high school in, and we had finally made it, and were walking the halls of the place where we would learn, grow, develop crushes, get politely friend-zoned, develop more crushes, ace tests, fail some more, try out for a sports team, and then rinse and repeat when the year ended. Since then, I and everyone else before you have taken tough classes, juggled schoolwork, homework, and sports, all while trying to learn a language and instrument. We have volunteered for countless hours, mentored young students, refereed youth sports games, and managed the football team, the basketball team, and countless other sports to gain experience and build connections with others around us while giving back to our community. Now, standing before you today, I would be hard-pressed to find someone who can't look at us and see how mature we have become, the confidence that we have gained. We have seen all and lost all in the hopes that we learned enough about the world to step out into it and make it better. Everything that we have experienced has allowed us to find our niche, our niche. We have struggled through trying to find our place in the high school caste system. One day, we find ourselves raging about the lag that cost us a kill in Fortnite. We would befriend the gamers at the high school. The next day, we join the nerds, slamming books down and sticking their noses so far into them as if to physically absorb the information for the test the next day. Another day, we are running cross-country, attempting to bond through the pain of the constant running. As a cross-country runner myself, I can understand the agony of beginning the practice with warm-up laps, which is running, having the bulk of the practice be more laps, which is more running, and then having the cool-down of the practice be more running and more laps. And as our feet are padding along in a mechanical monotony, so numb to the pain that you aren't entirely sure whether you are conscious or just being pulled around by some supernatural force, you begin to have an existential crisis. Why am I doing this? Who in their right mind would voluntarily run this much? Am I mental? What is the point? But it was then that I realized why I was doing it. I had found my team. Though I was only in cross country for one season, during my senior year at that, I had found a place and a purpose. I was happy to have finally found a place where I could laugh with my teammates as our feet pounded into the ground day in and day out. It is this moment that every high school student hopes to achieve. It is this moment where they have found their people, their calling, and their passion. They now have a name, a purpose, and a group to call their own. Know that every name that gets called today has a story just like mine. A moment where the last piece of the puzzle finally fits into place. We will leave this auditorium taking with us 13 years of an education, or less for the overachievers among us, and years of experience in the world. We will leave with an identity that we can hold and share as we start from the beginning in college or trade school or wherever else we decide to go. And when we have finished there, we will start from the beginning again in the new workplace, our next place that we choose to call home. The reason that this cycle will be so easy for us is that we know who we are. We have friends, families, teachers, and coaches who have all banded together to christen us with a name, a purpose, and a place in society. We have helped each other fit in. Every person that walks this stage does fit in somewhere, even if it doesn't always seem like they do. So to every friend, mother, father, brother, sister, grandmother, grandfather, crazy uncle, and second cousin twice removed that is cheering us on, I hope that you are half as proud of them as I am to call them my peer and to watch as they receive their diploma. I am honored to identify myself as a graduate of Matthew C. Perry's class of 2020. Thank you all.
This year's class valedictorian is Ethan Perdue. He is graduating with a cumulative GPA of 4.31. Please welcome Ethan to the stage for his valedictorian address.
Good evening. My name is Ethan Perdue. I'm immensely glad that I'm making this speech right now. Many of us were worried about whether or not we'd really get a graduation ceremony this year. We've all felt the pressures of quarantine and COVID-19. We were barred from going to our favorite restaurants, participating in sports, and going to our Far East events. And on top of all of that, those masks are really uncomfortable. Getting stuck inside all day is not how any of us pictured our senior year going. Though it's not quite what we had in mind, we still managed to get a celebration of this monumental achievement. And rightly so. This day has been 12 years in the making. We were going to get our moment, rain or shine, pandemic or not. And here it is. This is the moment we've been waiting for all along. All of you have worked incredibly hard to be here today. And I, for one, am honored to be standing here beside all of you. Despite the struggles of learning from home, losing extracurriculars, and being shut in all day, we all managed to pull through. There is not a single doubt in my mind that each and every one of us has come out of this crucible as stronger, better people. Thank you for all your hard work. Otsukare-sama deshita. I'd also like to mention the teachers responsible for getting us this far. In the 2 years I've been at Perry, I've come to know these teachers as more than educators. They are our coaches, our club sponsors, our mentors, and even our friends. I want to thank each and every teacher at Perry for their commitment to our education. I'd especially like to thank Mrs. Swiderski, Mrs. Cobb, and Mr. Brown for working tirelessly to not only push each of us to this point, but also organize this graduation. Ms. Swiderski, you have been so helpful and so kind to each of us. We couldn't have done it without your encouragement and your support. Mrs. Cobb, you have been so patient with each senior as you guided us through this final couple of weeks. Mr. Brown, this event could not have happened without you fighting for the rights of the seniors in these precarious times. Thank you to all three of you. I've been running cross country for 3 years, and this year I had the pleasure of being the boys team captain. Running cross country has taught me one fundamental truth. You can do anything you want as long as you put your mind to it. Last year, I aimed to be on the Far East cross country team. Sitting ahead of me was Mark Zambrano. All I had to do to make the team was beat him in one race. I spent the weeks prior putting my all into every practice. When it came down to the final 400 meters of that race, I shot ahead of not just Mark, but the guy in front of him too. I pushed so hard that I improved my 5K time by 1 minute and 9 seconds, all because I decided that I wanted to be on the Far East team and I would do anything to make it happen. In this past year, I have seen what our class of 2020 is capable of. Sora Thompson placed first in Division II women's cross country in her first season. Marshall China dominated yet another season wrestling. Caitlin Howard was nominated for Navy Military Child of the Year. I have seen the drive and the determination my peers possess. You all have the potential to achieve anything you desire. Put every ounce of effort and spirit you have into everything you do. Put everything on the line and let nothing stand between you and your dreams. Finally, I'd like to thank everyone that has supported me these last few years. I'd like to thank my teachers for putting their all into every lesson they teach and preparing me for what's to come. To Mr. Ratz, thanks for teaching me to love English and continuing to support my efforts on the stage even after your departure. All of us here at Perry miss you very much, and you will forever be a samurai to us. To my family, I'm sad to leave you, but I know you will always support me wherever I go. Mom, I couldn't have done anything without your support. Andrew, you're the man of the house now. Better luck next time, Dad. Gabe, you're the best friend I could have ever asked for. We're not going to live next to each other anymore, but I will always be right there for you whenever you need me, just like I know you will be for me. Now, when they closed the school, they tragically took our school news show off the air. I never got the chance to do one last show, so I want to take this opportunity to sign off one last time. And that's all for this valedictorian address. From all of us in the class of 2020, stay classy, Iwakuni.
The class of 2020 asked Marine Corps Air Station Iwakuni Commanding Officer Colonel Frederick Lewis to be the guest speaker for the commencement ceremony. This is a tribute to the great work he's done for Iwakuni community and MC Perry High School. Please welcome Colonel Frederick Lewis.
Hello and congratulations to the Samurai class of 2020. I'm thrilled and honored to be able to provide your commencement speech during such an important occasion. Today marks the end of a journey for you that has been 18 years in the making. It also marks a new beginning for all of you as you embark on the next part of your life, whether it is a university, a gap year, into the workplace, or even joining the military. A high school graduation is one of the major milestones in your life. It's more than caps and gowns, final exams, the intense uncertainty about picking the right college, the right place to move, to live, or the right path to take. Take a deep breath and take in your surroundings. Thank the people who have helped you and filed away for posterity. Don't rush through this moment, soak it in, because this graduation, 2020, your graduation is especially unique. The world right now is gripped in a global pandemic that has affected every man, woman, and child on the planet. You will all remember COVID-19 for how it touched your own life. There was no prom, no spring sports season, no moment to walk the stage and receive the recognition in front of your family, your friends, your teachers, in celebration of all of your hard work. No graduation in our history has been like this one, but you are not alone. Millions of high school students across the country are experiencing the same loss of normalcy that you are now. That shared experience will be a bond that you have with your generation forever. Now, let me tell you what makes you, the Samurai class of 2020, different. You have already spent a lifetime in the service of your country and in service of your community since the day you were born. By virtue of being here in Iwakuni, you're part of a family, both your immediate family and your military family, who is here to serve one another, our community, and our country. Your parents made a choice to spend a life in service, and by default, so did you, whether you liked it or not. You already know what it means to sacrifice, to say goodbye to normalcy, and to share hardship. You've packed up and moved and started your life over again and again and again. Much of what our citizens of our country are facing right now are things you've spent your entire life preparing for, being flexible under adversity, finding the silver lining at what seems to be the darkest hour, living in solitude and having to be flexible with friendships. In the best of times, these actions are the ones you have already been taught to do. Practicing this heightened flexibility and optimism in the face of adversity isn't new or different from what many of you have done before. In the States, this is the first time many of your fellow graduates have met their neighbors or felt compelled to sacrifice their time and energy to help one another. You have always lived in this manner, under the tutelage of your parents, your teachers, and your fellow military families. While COVID makes life seem different, you are actually at an advantage at this moment in time, giving you a rare breed of person, a person who was raised in service for something greater than self, the opportunity to shine under that pressure, using all the creative energy and effort that has brought you thus far to propel you faster and farther into the next phase of life. I want to thank you sincerely for your own sacrifice and service to our country. You may not see it clearly right now, but your childhood in service has been a gift. It's been a gift of resiliency, a gift of adventure, a gift of expanding your horizons, and hopefully that resiliency, sense of adventure, and curiosity will be passed through the heart and soul of every person you meet, the families you will one day go off and create, and the people you help from this day forward. Look at the life around you, to the teachers, leaders, coaches, friends who have inspired you through the lessons they've learned and the happiness they bring to the world around you. Recognize that adversity has shaped you into a person who can use that strength and perseverance to carry you through whatever you may face. As you head off for your own next adventure, remember the words of Shakespeare, "This above all, to thine own self be true." Be true, class of 2020. Stand tall in who you've become and continue to strive for who you want to be. Semper Fidelis.
Thank you, Colonel Lewis, for those words of wisdom. And now we would like to introduce to you Matthew C. Perry's class of 2020.
Justin Andres, Faizan Benaya,
Hi, my name is Faizan Benaya. I want to say thank you to my family and friends for supporting me to achieve this goal, especially my teachers. I want to congratulate all of the senior students. We made it, guys.
Nicholas Brownlee,
Hi, I'm Nicholas. I'd just like to say thanks to all my friends and family, and I'll be attending Virginia Tech in the fall and majoring in astronautical engineering.
Zandra Tamara Bugawan,
Hello guys, it's Zandra and welcome back. I'm just here to congratulate everyone. Even though we don't have a normal graduation, we are very lucky to celebrate it. So congratulations everyone!
Vladimir Caraballo, Hannah Carlson, Marshall China, Michaela Cook, William Deringue, Caitlin Flynn, Sarah Friels, Adriana Giles, Hokulani Gleason, Elena Hofbuhr,
I'd like to thank my friends and family for helping me through these 12 years. I plan on attending University of South Carolina to study public health and epidemiology.
Caitlin Howard, Sarita Jack,
Hi, my
my name is Rita Jack. I'm planning on attending University of North Florida, and I'd like to thank my family, my friends, and all my past teachers for helping me get to this milestone of graduation.
Avery James. Cherish Jones. Jalen Kaufman. Sky LeBreton. Gabrielle Faith Malaka. Nehemia Matthews. Julia McCain. Sean Miranda. Vileni Montero Hamburgo. Jacob Moore. George Mosley. Sujitra Nachasingh. Bunta Nakamura. Christina Crisel Napalan. Hannah Nelson. Soraya Papillion. Ethan Perdue. Marcel Quezada Britnell. Gabriel Ratcliffe. Alexander Ray. Shania May Restiliador. Cheyenne Rudolph. Noel Ruiz. Peyton Strain.
Hey, my name is Peyton Strain. I'm the youngest graduate of my class, and I'm thankful for my parents for everything that they've done for me.
Sora Thompson.
My name is Sora, and after I graduate, I will be attending the University of Oregon and majoring in psychology. Go Ducks!
Matthew Torresillas. Malia Lynn Viloria.
Hi, Malia here. I'll be attending UC Davis to major in animal biology. Special thanks to my parents and siblings for pushing me to be a good role model in high school.
Eric Wilson. Corinne Zhivago.
Mr. Brown, on behalf of the faculty and staff of Matthew C. Perry High School, I proudly present to you the graduating class of 2020.
On behalf of the Department of Defense Education Activity and its director, Mr. Thomas Brady, Department of Defense Dependent Schools Pacific and its Director of Student Excellence, Ms. Lois Rapp, and the Pacific East District and its Superintendent, Dr. Judy Ellen, I have reviewed and certified your official school transcripts and now have the honor and privilege to announce that you, as members of the class of 2020, are now graduates of Matthew C. Perry High School. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduates of 2020. Congratulations.